Back row.
I'm just trying to do the work, overtime, always on the clock, no pen, always off the mind. Wisdom done walked in, she a dime piece. Praise and devotion is the time on my timepiece. Garments on my body, so I'm fresh. Heaviness and filthiness of sin done left me, walking in the spirit till my death. So I hope he gon' raise me like the Father raised him. I'm singing to the captains, we the best. But I ain't DJ Khaled, I'm just trying to keep commandments. Tell them Torah is the wave of the future. So I got my surfboard, trying to catch the big kahuna in the water with them sharks. I'ma play my part, I ain't doing what they do. He done brought me from the dark, and he set me in his light, now I can see it. All the lies and deception, Satan's only weapon. I'ma go to war with the truth. The lamb slain from the foundation. That's the proof, homie. We be conversating, so he know me. I'ma do his whistle, he gon' show me. Mysteries and secrets in this book. I was reading, searching for him, that's what it took. When he gave me understanding, I was shook. But it's cool, cause I learned only the wicked gon' get cooked, not the righteous. In the water with them sharks, I'ma play my part, I ain't doing what they do. He done brought me from the dark, and he set me in his light, now I can see it. All the lies and deception, Satan's only weapon. Helmet on my head, salvation. Watch it turn to a crown, got me waiting, anticipating eternal life. Eating on 11 bread, that's what I like. I sit down with a cup of wine, hooked up to the true vine. I'ma bear these fruits to get inheritance in due time. Like the brightest of the sun, he told us that we gon' shine. So I'm meditating on this word to keep him on my mind while I'm in the water with them sharks. I'ma play my part, I ain't doing what they do. He done brought me from the dark, and he set me in his light, now I can see it. All the lies and deception, Satan's only weapon. I don't worship idols, I done gave him up. Put my faith into Yeshua, he done picked me up. Put me on the narrow path, I was on the Broadway. Better quit that acting, he'll open, show you broad day. Trials and tribulations, had to learn the hard way. Took me out the furnace, cleaned me up, he washed the dross away. Now I'm telling everybody around me what he did for me. I ain't gon' forsake him, I'ma rep the blood that's spilled for me while I'm in the water with them sharks. I'ma play my part, I ain't doing what they do. He done brought me from the dark, and he set me in his light, now I can see it. All the lies and deception, Satan's only weapon. Woe to you pastors who scatter the flock. Jeremiah 23, have you read it or not? Cause bowing down to a man, that wasn't the plot. I pledge allegiance to Yeshua HaMashiach. The only way to the kingdom, the mothers is hot, and they ain't never going out, extinguishing not. So keep your head on the swivel, my people of not. Cause deception's at its highest, believe it or not. In the water with them sharks, I'ma play my part, I ain't doing what they do. He done brought me from the dark, and he set me in his light, now I can see it. All the lies and deception, Satan's only weapon.
All right, Shabbat Shalom, peace and blessing, family. Happy Sabbath to all for you on Facebook, YouTube, all the other outlets. Peace and blessing to y'all. We're gonna go ahead and stand and open up, family. Let's go ahead and stand and open up. Yes, sir.
Okay, family, we're gonna start opening up with the book of Psalms. Blessed is the man that walketh not in the counsel of the ungodly, nor standeth in the way of sinners, nor sitteth in the seat of the scornful. But his delight is in the law of the Lord, and in his law doth he meditate day and night. And he shall be like a tree planted by the rivers of water, that bringeth forth his fruit in his season. His leaf also shall not wither, and whatsoever he doeth shall prosper. The ungodly are not so, but are like the chaff which the wind driveth away. Therefore the ungodly shall not stand in the judgment, nor sinners in the congregation of the righteous. For the Lord knoweth the way of the righteous, but the way of the ungodly shall perish.
Yes, sir.
May the Most High bless the readers, hearers, and doers of his holy word. Hallelujah.
Hallelujah. Yes, sir. Man, that was an excellent script, man, because and at the end, he said that the ungodly, those who are ungodly, those who are evil, wicked are the ones he gonna get rid of. Worldwide. He said the ungodly shall perish. Those who work unrighteousness shall perish, right? Is this for everybody or is just for Israel? This is for anybody on this earth who worketh unrighteousness. Doesn't matter for what nation you're from, you shall perish. That is book. Shabbat Shalom, family. Peace and blessings to you all. Y'all see the title. We're going to be dealing with Acts chapter 10 in its entirety. So put a mark in Acts chapter 10. This is a topic that a lot of brothers of Israelites who've been in the walk and who just started is a controversial type subject. I was taught one way, and I looked at it another way. And when I looked at it, okay, I'm looking at according to what I was taught. There's truth to it. I'm looking at another way. A brother explained this way. Possibility. But at the conclusion of the whole matter, let's see what the book says.
Right.
We'll let the book explain whether, the whole thing is Cornelius was a brother, didn't know he was an Israelite. But we're going to find out, was he a brother, didn't know he was an Israelite? Or Cornelius is from another nation? Because we were having a discussion earlier about how many Israelites, and I don't want to focus on one particular group, but they out of New York, some of their teachings. You listen to teachings, I listen to teachings like across the pond and getting the breakdown of certain things, And it's all lining up according to what's written in the book. I done went to Google, New Compact Bible Dictionary, trying to find it in the letters or the writings of Josephus. I cannot find one place that Cornelius was a brother, didn't know he was an Israelite. I cannot find it. And it's going to be a touchy subject for some people. For all I ask, if you got other information more than what I'm going to share today, put it in the comments. Don't be disrespectful. Don't come over here being disrespectful. If you got information, put it in the comments. Okay? So let's deal with this. This is the Acts of the Apostles. And this guy named Cornelius is in a band called the Italian Band. So we just not let the occupation throw us off.
Right.
And this guy gave alms to the people. We're going to let the book explain what's going on in here. This is another chapter where a lot of preachers teach their congregation or the sheeple how to or try to use this to circumvent the dietary law. Because you hear a lot of people quote this, but they misquote it. I said, just like when somebody said, with God cleanse, don't call it a comma, they mess it up, they messed that up too. So our whole job is to not criticize them, because guess what? We thought that at one time, did we not?
Right.
See, we forgot that we was on the same thing. And who showed us some mercy and was patient with us? Yeshua, even the Father. Especially the Father. Because he the one had brought us into his son, Yeshua. So let us exercise some fruits and have patience with our brothers and sisters and teach them. Let's not criticize them. Because we was once there saying the same thing. I tell the people, you got to go back and read it slow. Okay, so we're gonna try to read some of this stuff. We're gonna read it, and we're gonna read it slow, brother Al.
I got you.
Okay, so let me put this up, family. Go ahead and put your mark in Acts chapter 10, and we're gonna go ahead and get to work. Share screen. I'm still trying to get used to this new. You know, they switch up on the brother.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they do that every now and then. Peace and blessings to those who just come into the room.
Yes, sir.
We're going to try to get this work here. We have other brothers out there in the field doing some alms deed out there. May the Most High bless you guys, your hand and your help, your gifts of help. Those who help donate to make the mission possible in the name of Yeshua HaMashiach. We give our praise, honor, and glory for that. In Yeshua HaMashiach's name, that your work shall be a memorial in heaven, like this brother we about to read right here. Now, let's get into that. Now, this is the Acts of the Apostle. Let's see, because remember, when Messiah told the disciples, he even told the woman, I come not. Well, he told the disciples, first of all, I come not to destroy the law of the prophets, right? Yeah. But I came to fulfill. I came to obey the mission that I was on, came to do. Basically what he's saying, right? Then he come across a few people. We used the woman at the well. He come across a woman at the well, and he told her, give me something to drink. But she was confused. She didn't know. She was like, how could, about, the well being deep and, you don't have nothing to draw with and all that. But he wasn't talking about that. And, but anyway, they had a conversation. She says, basically like, why are you talking to me? Because the Jews had no dealing with the Samaritan. But she goes on to say, because you got to understand that the mindset of Israel, the Israelites or Judah at the time, this stuff was written. And it ain't nothing different from today, y'all. Mm-hmm. If you weren't part of the sect or the household of faith, they didn't deal with you. It didn't matter if you was the same skin tone. We're gonna use that because that's what people we're gonna use the outer cup. Yeah, we're gonna use the flesh and the carnal mind. If you wasn't brown tone, it wasn't in a household or into the camp, they didn't deal with you. If you were from another nation, a lot of them, they didn't deal with you. So you had these two things going on with some of these sects, the Pharisees, Sadducees, Israel, and Gentiles. They didn't have anything to do with you. Understand the mindset, and then we're going to get into the conversation. Messiah was sitting there having the conversation with the woman at the well. So he basically told y'all go over there and read it, and basically told her, first of all, he throwing a little knowledge at her. He said, go get your husband. He basically said, you had about 5 husbands, and one you got is not yours. So she said, I perceive you're a prophet. I said, got to be a sister. I keep it 1,000, man. I ain't gonna lie. But she said something. She was talking about the well that her forefather Jacob left them. Mm-hmm. Why would she make that comment? So she knew, right? Mm-hmm. But what about the other woman that he had a conversation with? And she begged him, and when he told her that he can't give the children bread to the dog, she wasn't an Israelite. Mm-hmm. She was from another nation, people. Mm-hmm. But did Messiah turn her down? Nope. She pressed on and pressed on because the daughter said she pressed on until he blessed her. Ain't no different than Jacob wrestled with that angel. I ain't gonna let you go until you bless me. She kept on, and he told her he didn't find this type of fate. He's not in Israel. Mm-hmm. From another nation. Yes. So did he exclude all the other nations? No. The number one goal was to get Israel back on their chart. Israel first. It is what it is. The people the nation have to come first. The priests have to get back in order for people. But along the way, other nations always latched on to Israel. Yeah. I didn't care what. We could go back from the days of old. We're going to read even when Daniel's time, you even had a king, they said, man, this man will become a Jew. That's how your light's supposed to shine, people. That's why I said in the other lesson, we supposed to be shining, letting our light shine and putting all this stuff in practical application instead of turning our nose up at people and cutting folks off and all that other stuff. Mm-hmm. People gonna get converted. Man, I just saw a video where Ku Klux Klans found out we'd been knowing it anyway and being converted. That's what this whole thing is all about. If the Most High cleans somebody up just like he cleansed our filthy behind us to be accepted, why can't he do it with other nations? So let's get into this subject, and hopefully we can get some understanding, family, okay? When you get it, we're going to read, let me put this up. Uh-huh. I'm going to try to do both of them. I can't, let me see. I got this. I'm going to try my best to try to do both of them. We're going to Acts chapter 10. I'm going to see if this is going to show up if I do it like that. If not, guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to keep it moving and grooving. All right, we can do it. We're going to use Acts chapter 10. We're going to read verses 1 through 11. When you get it, Brother Ira, go ahead and read.
Yes, sir.
Hold on a minute. Before I continue, am I coming in loud and clear, family? Put a one in the room if I'm coming in loud and clear. I think I'm talking loud enough. I think I got the speaker up loud enough. I'm coming in loud and clear. Put a one in the room. Don't be scared. All right. We got one. Thank you, Sister Bates. When you get it, go ahead, brother.
All right, family. Book of Acts, chapter 10, verse 1. Mm-hmm. There was a certain man in Caesarea called Cornelius.
Yeah.
A centurion of the band called the Italian band.
Now, this guy was stationed in Caesarea or Caesarea, however you want to pronounce it. Now, let me show you a map. Now, Peter is right here in Joppa. This guy is right on the other side of Samaria up here in Caesarea, right? So Peter gonna have to make his journey from here all the way up to Caesarea. Just give you a little geographical location where it's located and the distance from. So that's a nice little haul between these two places, right? Mm-hmm. Go ahead and read.
A devout man, and one that feared the Most High with all his house, which gave much alms to the people and prayed to God always.
He said there was a devout man and he feared the Most High. Man, don't you know other nations fear the Most High? I got a sister over there, and she from Asian descent, and she know that we are the true Hebrew Israelites. She knows that because she studied up on an Israelite teacher. Mm-hmm. That's the one that gave us those vain tradition books. She said, just pass out. The point is, you got a lot of people from all these different nations know. Not just in America. We talk about to the four corners of this earth. They know. Because all you got to do is go in there on YouTube and look at some of these confessions. Don't you know you got more and more, I'm talking about young Gentile females and males. You even got some of them big and, hey, man, y'all the only one can save America. Ain't nobody trying to save no America. Only one trying to save America is those who rebellious against the Most High. I'm talking about the Negro, the African-American Negro. You know what I'm saying? The freak, they might try to save y'all. Ain't nobody trying to save this place. This place is done. Let's not get that twisted from those who that the Most High gonna cleanse and have them to cleave on unto the Israel. This was this whole thing about, right? But go ahead and read. I didn't want to put that disclaimer out there. But go ahead, brother.
Verse 3.
Yes, sir.
He saw a vision, evidently about the 9th hour of the day, an angel of the Most High coming in to him and saying unto him, Cornelius.
Now, this guy named Cornelius, he said he gave much alms to the people. And what people is this? We gonna know. We know that this is gonna be the nation of the Jews. He got a good rapport with these people. And apparently he been hanging around these folks and he know when to study, when to pray and all this other stuff. A lot of them know that. I know a lot of folks been in this walk who from other nations, been in the walk way before I came in here. We've been in here for a while. If you go look at some old videos, you got old videos, probably almost 30 years old. Gentiles been knowing that we Israel, and they've been trying to keep the commandments themselves. Somebody taught them. But go ahead.
Verse 4.
What did it say?
And when he looked on him, he was afraid and said, What is it, Lord? And he said unto him, Thy prayers and thine alms are come up for a memorial before the Most High.
You see how your prayers and your alms, you see how your alms come up before the Most High? Because it got to be done out of a pure heart. And your prayers will be accepted. He said, your prayers and thy alms have come up for a memorial before Elohim, because both of them were done out of a pure heart, people. It is a blessing to help the nation of Israel if you from another nation. It's a blessing to help your brother and sister, point blank, period, if you within the nation. That's what we're supposed to do. But you can't let folks try to use abuse, because Israel got that thing on that too. Let's not get that twisted, but go ahead and read.
Verse 5.
What did it say?
And now send men to Joppa and call for one Simeon, whose surname is Peter.
Now, we just saw you on the map again. I'm pull it up again. Now, Cornelius had this vision. And Cornelius is located in Caesarea up here. Or Caesarea, how do you want to pronounce it? He in this band called the Italian band. In other words, he's in the military. We know that military sometimes has arms or aid where they go into different countries and drop food and water and stuff for the local people who in dire strait, right? We see it all the time. Rescue missions or whatever they call it. That's part of the military. Don't think these people set this up on their own cognizance. No. The Most High is in control of this whole thing. He's still going to take care of his people. Their job is to make sure that those arms get to the people. So I don't know. I was trying to find information on that, on this guy, and see if that was his role in the military. Don't know. All I know is his prayers and his arms that helped given to the people came up for a memorial before the Most High. That's all I know. Okay. Now let's go back. Where are we, brother?
We're on verse 6.
Go ahead.
Verse 6. He lodgeth with one Simon, a tanner, whose house is by the seaside. He shall tell thee what thou oughtest to do.
Now the angel told him to go down to Joppa and find Peter. He lodged with Simon the tanner, and he said, go down there, and he gonna let you know what's going on. Go ahead and read.
7. And when the angel which spake unto Cornelius was departed, he called 2 of his household servants, and a devout soldier of them that waited on him continually.
And he said that he called 2 of his servants, and he sent somebody, one of his soldiers who ain't playing the funnies. That's the devout thing. He's serious about his job. That's for protection. And what did he do? What did he tell them?
Verse 8. And when he had declared all these things unto them, he sent them to Joppa.
Yeah.
On the morrow, as they went on their journey and drew nigh unto the city, Peter went up upon the housetop to pray about the 6th hour, and became very hungry and would have eaten. But while they made ready, he fell into a trance.
But that's the best time to hit him up, ain't it? He hungry in the mug. You know how you get hungry, man. You start thinking about all kind of stuff to eat, you know. Especially when you first start doing fasting for the first time, all kind of manners of food pop up in your mind. You can't wait. You know what I'm saying? Because you still in your corner mind. You a corner mind person trying to do something spiritual. And your first time you start fasting, doing this atonement or whatever. Hey, man, your mind start playing tricks on. Peter mind playing tricks on because he hungry. And that was the best time. And like I said, when the Most High do certain things, everything has a purpose. You know what I'm saying? That's when they get it hit him right there. Go ahead and read.
Verse 11.
What it say?
and saw heaven open,
Yeah.
and a certain vessel descending unto him, as it had been a great sheet knit at the four corners and let down to the earth.
Now, we're going to see what this great sheet knit at the four corners represent. Let's go now into Psalms chapter 104. Let's look at it. You got this sheet coming down at the four corners, right? Let's look at it, y'all. Let's go into Psalms. Let me change that. I ain't gonna be able to do this, y'all. Y'all gonna have to forgive me. I said I was gonna put this stuff up here. I hate to keep back and forth like this. I really do. Y'all know I like to keep it moving because I know I'm gonna forget it. And if I do, y'all forgive your brother. I like them folks, you can just do it one way. You just want to keep it moving in that one way. Psalms 104, we're going to read verses 1 through 5. When you get it, brother, go ahead and read.
Okay, family, the book of Psalms, 104, verse 1. Bless the Lord, O my soul. O Lord, my God, thou art very great. Thou art clothed with honor and majesty.
Yes, sir.
Who coverest thyself with light as with a garment, who stretches out the heavens like a curtain.
Yes, sir.
Who layeth the beams of his chambers in the waters, who maketh the clouds his chariot, who walketh upon the wings of the wind.
Why are you reading all that? Because we got to recognize who we dealing with. We got to give him his all praise, honor, and glory. Go ahead and read. That's why I'm reading. Go ahead.
Verse 4.
Yes, sir.
Who maketh his angels spirits, his ministers a flaming fire.
And that's why those angels came down there and talked to Cornelius. Now they sent some guys down there and giving them instruction. They do their work too, right? And what else?
5. Who laid the foundations of the earth, that it should not be removed forever.
And he said, who laid the foundation of the earth, and it'll never be moved. Now let's go to Isaiah chapter 11. Look at it. Let's go to Isaiah chapter 11. Isaiah chapter 11. And we're going to read verses 10 through 11. 10 through 12. Thank you, brother. Glasses on. When you get a Hebrew, go ahead.
Okay, family. The book of Isaiah, chapter 11.
Yeah.
Verse 10. And in that day there shall be a root of Jesse, which shall stand for an ensign of the people. To it shall be the Gentile seat, and his rest shall be glorious.
And he said he's gonna be an ensign of the people. To it shall the nations see. That's basically Gentile. We're dealing with other nations. What is Gentile? Somebody ain't in the household of Israel, basically. He said, and in this rest shall be glory. Go ahead and read.
11. And it shall come to pass in that day that the Most High shall set his hand again the second time to recover the remnant of his people.
He said the remnant of his people. Whatever person remain, the righteous people, that's who he coming to recover. Which will be left from where?
Assyria.
Yeah.
And from Egypt.
Yeah.
And from Pathros.
Come on.
And from Cush. And from Elam. And from Shinar. And from Hamath. And from the islands of the sea.
Go ahead.
And he shall set up an ensign for the nations, and shall assemble the outcast of Israel.
To do what?
And gather together the dispersed of Judah from the four corners of the earth.
And that's what that sheet represents, those four corners of the whole earth. He's going to be dealing with his people from the four corners of the earth. Not only his people, but the people from the other nations as well, because you know what? They got a job to do.
Yes, they do.
Israel not going back into the land filter, and neither some of these Israelites that's going to be within that. I mean, Gentile going to be in there, but you still going to have some of them going to do some kicking We know they're gonna be doing some kicking.
Mm-hmm.
But what about the ones he cleansed and cleaned up? Let's go look at it. Ain't just a so-called other nation, it's our people too. We being cleansed up. We wasn't born in Israel.
Mm-hmm.
We are strangers to the land. In the room, who were born in Jerusalem and decided to come over here to America? Put it in the room. Have you ever been to Jerusalem, Judea, Bethlehem, or Nazareth? If you were born in any of those spots, put it in the room for me, please. He said that he was going to assemble the outcasts of Israel and gather together the dispersed of Judah, which Judah has been sent to the four corners of the earth. Told you they're going to be sent to the four corners of the earth.
Mm-hmm.
He told his disciples that they're going to be sent to the four corners of the earth. Now, let's go look at some more. Let's go to Revelation chapter 7. Revelation chapter 7. Revelation chapter 7. Let me get it. I know there's a better way to doing this, y'all. I'm gonna figure it out. But this switching back and forth, I ain't gonna cut it. Revelation 7, verses 1 through 3. When you get it, brother, go ahead and read.
Okay, family. The book of Revelation, chapter 7, verse 1. After these things, I saw four angels standing on the four corners of the earth, holding the four winds of the earth.
Yeah.
That the wind should not blow on the earth, nor on the sea, nor on any tree.
Just think about this. These four angels just floating that old sheet down. You know what I'm saying? Just in your mind, these angels on these four corners. Who's holding back everything? Who got watch on everything? Never sleep. Waiting on instructions. If anything go down, those angels are the one who got it going on. If you send a whirlwind, tornado, earthquake, they got that coming.
Yes.
Huh?
Yes.
Am I right, family? They on time and obedient. Go ahead and read.
Verse 2. And I saw another angel ascending from the east.
Yes.
Having the seal of the living Elohim. And he cried with a loud voice to the four angels.
Now, this guy talking to these four angels, what did he say to them?
To whom it was given to hurt the earth and the sea.
Yes, sir.
Saying, hurt not the earth,
yeah,
neither the sea, nor the trees, till we have sealed the servants of our Elohim and their foreheads.
That's why they got holding back the four winds, people. Don't hurt the earth. It ain't time yet. Neither the sea nor the trees until we have sealed the service of our Elohim. We be a seal as we speak, as we read his word. You got to seal his word. That's what I was saying earlier, man. When your mind is sealed with the word of Yah, Satan can't do nothing to you, become a dangling a little foolishness in your face. Man, this is a testimony. I told my wife the other day, you know, I work with some people that are not too bright. And it's tiring sometimes. I ain't gonna lie, man. You running your mouth. I know Satan on you. I know that's an unclean spirit on you because you just running your mouth, just running and flapping and running and stuff. It ain't paying attention where you're going. So I got tired of hearing it. You know, I take a whole lot to a certain extent, but I just got tired of hearing it and I had to go off on this joke. I ain't gonna lie. You went through the same stuff this week. I was convicted. I said, you know, let me go on podcast. When you dealing with people, you just ain't gonna up and say something crazy to me and think I'm not. You know what? And I asked the Most High forgive me, but I had to get that joke because you let stuff go on and go on and go on, and jokers ain't gonna stop. Hopefully the joker got the message. I apologized to him. He apologized to me. I said, man, I'm going to tell you something. And matter of fact, I'm going to address the whole the whole team. Y'all keep y'all, these some old Negroes. Y'all keep that foolishness. I don't get into y'all checking stuff. That's y'all foolishness. If you want to share something with me, let's break this book down, which I already know they ain't coming. If you got some tip on financing or any other stuff that can help me grow in this. Other than that foolishness, you can share that with somebody else. I don't want to do it. That's what people will come to y'all with, some of their foolishness and want to share it with y'all. And you got to make up your mind to a point where you got to shut it down. Some folks, I just do right off the bat because it ain't no sense of me. Okay, I'm gonna give them nothing. You got to shut some folks right off the bat. See what I'm saying? I didn't mean to go off on that time, but with the brother we had a conversation before then.
Yes, we did.
Because you got folks in this earth will try to throw you off your square.
Yes.
That's how Satan gonna come at you. You got to be sealed with the word of Yah and have some be spirit mature how to deal with these people. Remember, he coming back to get rid of the wicked. Excuse me. And the wicked goal is to keep you from getting in the kingdom. Okay. Now, we know that these angels are their sheep that let down from heaven represent the four corners of the earth. Now, let's go back to Acts chapter 10 and look at it. And we're going to continue on. Did we finish that out, brother?
Yes, we did.
All right, let's go back to Acts chapter 10. You know what, family? I'm gonna stop doing this, and I'm gonna continue on. Okay, so let me do this here, y'all, because I don't like this back and forth. This not gonna work out for me. I'm sorry. Y'all see the scripture up there, Acts chapter 10. Y'all write it down. You can go back and look at the video. That ain't gonna work out for your brother Amnon. Okay, but I do post them up right here. Y'all see it. Y'all can write it down. Read that 11 and go into read that 11 and 12.
Understood. Acts 10, family, we're going to kick back at verse 11. And saw heaven open, and a certain vessel descended unto him, as it had been a great sheet, knit at four corners, and let down to the earth. Yeah. Wherein were all manner of four-footed beasts of the earth, and wild beasts, and creepy things, and fowls of the air. Now, here it is, this sheet coming down. You got all this creepy things and all this stuff sitting down, and it's on this sheet right here, right? Let's go and see what these wild beasts and all this stuff represent. Let's go first. Let's go into 2 Peter chapter 2. Hold your spot. Let's go to 2 Peter chapter 2. All these beasts coming down, all manner of wild beasts and creeping things and all this other stuff, right? Because we could go into creation. We was all created on the sixth day. Man and creeping things and wild beasts and all that stuff. You go into creation, we was all created the same day, right? But we're going to let Peter tell you about these wild beasts and all this other stuff. Jude's going to make it plain. Okay? When you get it, we're going to read verses 1 through 14. We're going to read down into it. When you get it, go ahead. Okay, family. 2 Peter chapter 2, verse 1. Mm-hmm. But there were false prophets also among the people, even as there shall be false teachers among you. Yes, sir. Who privily shall bring in damnable heresies, even denying the Most High that brought them, and bring upon themselves swift destruction.
Now, I can get straight to the point, but y'all, I like to read into it. So when we get down in there, you just see the mindset. You talking about false prophet, somebody here to do you harm and to try to kill you spiritually and physically. Go ahead and read.
And many shall follow their pernicious ways, by reasons of whom the way of truth shall be evil spoken of.
And he said, many gonna follow these jokers' destructive ways. And many are following their destructive ways. We would once follow their destructive way until the Most High, Yeshua, or even the Father pulled us out of there and gave us to his son. Go ahead and read.
3.
Uh-huh.
And through covetousness
shall
they with fiend words make merchandise of you.
And through covetousness. Ain't no different than a joker out there trying to trick you out of your money. With feigned words, make merchandise of you. They got to have the house, the airplane, the cars, the clothes. Through feigned words or feigned false word, they making merchandise of you. Somebody need to tell them folks out there who call themselves on tithe. Joe was talking about work. He tied because he tied to the church because he tried to get to heaven. This the same one I asked, can we come in, me and the brothers come over there and teach a free lesson? No, y'all can collect whatever y'all want. That's on y'all. We just want to get in there and talk to the people. They said we can't do it. Go ahead and read, brother. That's the one trying to tide his way into heaven. He's trying to buy his way to up there with Satan, the devil. That's basically what you're saying. Go ahead, brother.
Whose judgment now of a long time lingereth not, and their damnation slumbereth not.
Sure enough.
For if the Most High spare not the angels that sin, but cast them down to hell and delivered them into chains of darkness to be reserved unto judgment.
That's why you can't see these jokers. You ain't gonna see them. Because if you do, you might pass. You gonna pass out. From what I'm hearing, reading, and how they look, and how them prophets, how used to pop up on them jokers in time past. Oh, you falling out, partner. Yeah. Go ahead and read.
5. And spare not the old world, but save Noah and the 8th person, a preacher of righteousness, bringing up the flood upon the world of the ungodly.
Go ahead.
And turning the cities of Sodom and Gomorrah into ashes, condemn them with an overthrow, making them as an ensample unto those that after should live ungodly.
He keep talking about this ungodliness, these ungodly people. These are the ones he coming back to destroy people. Everywhere we read, he destroyed the ungodly. Not the one that's going to be sealed. That's why he told the angels, hurt not the earth, nor the ones until the service being sealed. He going to knock off the ungodly. It doesn't matter what nation you in or what nation you come from. If you ungodly, you going to perish. Go ahead and read, brother.
7.
What it say?
And deliver just Lot, vexed with the filthy conversation of the wicked. For that the righteous man dwelling among them and seeing and hearing vexed his righteous soul from day to day with their unlawful deeds.
See, it's like, just like over here, we just use America or wherever city you in. Man, don't it not vex your spirit, all this wickedness going on? I'm sure my real other man, sometimes I just be sitting up there thinking, man, I just wish I could just go somewhere, but I ain't got to worry about looking at none of this stuff. All I want to do is just be around a true saint. I'm talking about the ones who really love one another in the name of Yeshua HaMashiach. Once we all get together, I don't care what nation you come from. If you got the spirit of Yah on you and you love me and they ain't try to do no hurt or harm to me and you serve God with all your heart and soul, I don't give what color skin you got. Let us be around these people. What the rest of these people going about their business? Some days I get like that. But go ahead, brother.
Verse 9. The Lord knoweth how to deliver the godly out of temptations.
Yes, sir.
And to reserve the unjust unto the day of judgment to be punished.
Hey, so like you said earlier, you want to go in on the joker. You had to go in and chill out mode. He knoweth to deliver the godly out of temptation. You want to lay hands on that nigga. All praise to the Most High that you didn't. you know, because that was the deliverance on your part. But what happened to that joker? They walk him straight on out the door.
Straight on out the door.
Go ahead.
10. But chiefly them that walk after the flesh in the lust of uncleanness and despise government.
And despise what?
Government.
He said despise government. You know the one he got us set up under? What did he say? Presumptuous.
Presumptuous. Presumptuous are they, self-willed. They are not afraid to speak evil of dignity.
And they got their own, they going to do their own thing. They ain't going to do the will of the Most High. They going to do their own will, and they are not afraid to speak evil of dignities to those who are in authority. We know our president be on some foolishness or whatever, but they're just him. We've seen this before. We read this before. Nebuchadnezzar was on that same thing until he had him sitting out there eating, out there in the grass in the field. You don't think he ain't operating the same way? They're gonna make an open show out of Joker. You puffed up and thinking you doing your own thing. Oh, it ain't my God doing this, my thing. Self-will. You know what I'm saying? But go ahead, brother.
Verse 11.
What it say?
Whereas angels, which are greater in power and might, bring not railing accusation against them before the Most High. But these, as natural brute beasts.
They what?
Natural brute beasts.
They are natural brute beasts. You know, these beasts that's on this sheet. This is the mindset of these folk. That's why he showed that sheet with the four corners on all these different beasts and all this other stuff on this sheet. All uncleanliness is on this sheet. Go ahead and read.
And destroy to speak of evil things that they understand not.
Yeah.
And shall utterly perish in their own corruption.
Go ahead.
And shall receive the reward of unrighteousness as they that count it pleasure to riot in the daytime. Spots they are and blemishes, sporting themselves with their own deceivings while they feast with you.
Ooh-wee. He said, man, they even do this stuff in the daytime. They ain't got no shame. You know, folks used to hide and do stuff. Now they ain't hiding doing nothing. Uncleanliness. That's what this whole thing talking about. Go ahead and read.
And 14. Having eyes full of adultery.
Yeah.
And that cannot cease from sin.
Yeah.
Beguiling unstable souls, and heart they have exercised with covetous practices, cursed children.
Boy, this is filthiness and uncleanness on a whole another level. Ain't it? Let's go now to Psalms chapter 73. Let's go to Psalm chapter 73. We read about what's on this knit sheet. And all these wild beasts and creeping things and all this uncleanliness stuff that people say, no, so Lord, I ain't never eaten anything common or unclean. What's all this stuff representing on this sheet? We reading about it. Let's go to Psalm 73. Does this circumvent the dietary law? No. This is not even talking about dietary law. But we're going to read in it anyway. Psalm 73, we're going to read verses 1 through 23. When you get it, go ahead and read.
Okay, from the book of Psalm 73, verse 1. Truly, the Most High is good to Israel.
Yes, sir.
Even to such as are of a clean heart.
He said, not only I'm good to Israel, even to such or whoever are of a clean heart. It's just not just for Israel. It's whoever else outside of Israel who got a clean heart. He's good too. Go ahead for me.
2. But as for me,
and as for me,
but my feet were almost gone.
Yeah.
My steps had well nigh slipped.
Yes, sir.
For I was envious at the foolishness when I saw the prosperity of the wicked.
Man, don't y'all get a little weary. You see these wicked son of guns prospering everything. You know you got wicked jokers on your jobs and stuff. Then they get promoted and everybody patting them on the back. You know Joker ain't no, boy, I almost said something. You watch these people rise up, man. Look at the celebrities and all what they call celebrity, the entertainers and all these folks. Well, they on top, ain't they? But go ahead and read. And it seems like you doing everything you can to serve the Most High, and we get kicked right in the rear end reason. All the problems pop up on us. Everybody else prospering and everything. But go ahead and read.
4. For there are no bands in their death.
No, sir.
But their strength is firm.
It is, because it look like ain't nothing happening with them. They even hang around long enough. You be like, when this joker going, you 99 and a half, or you 109, when this joker going to end up getting a checkup out of here? But they still here doing their little wickedness and prosper. Go ahead.
5. They are not in trouble as other men.
No.
Neither are they plagued like other men. Therefore, pride compasseth them about as a chain. Violence covereth them as a garment. Their eyes stand out with fatness. They have more than heart could wish. They are corrupt and speak weakly concerning oppression. They speak loftily. They set their mouth against the heavens, and their tongue walketh through the earth. Therefore his people return hither, and waters of a full cup are wrung out to them. And they say, how doeth God know? And here is the and is there knowledge in the Most High?
See, because a lot of them just would think they doing it on their own. Going back to Nebuchadnezzar. As me, I did this. But the one sitting up there in heaven laugh. He the same one that got y'all president of the United States of America tripping. You done check the old president. Now you acting just like him. But go ahead and read.
12. Behold, these are the ungodly, who prosper in the world. They increase in riches. Verily, I have cleansed my heart in vain and washed my hands in innocency. For all the day long have I plagued and chastened every morning. If I say, I will speak thus, behold, I shall offend against the generation of thy children. When I thought to know this, it was too painful for me until I went into the sanctuary of the Most High. Then understood I their end.
Then he said, understood thy end. I'm sitting up here watching these people prosper and all this stuff. We know this sure speaking through the mouth of David, you know. But the thing about it is, man, you watching these folks that prospering and all this other stuff, and you sit back and said, then I knew when I went into the sanctuary. Then I understand their end. See, these folks ain't getting away with nothing. This is a filthiness of filthiness. But go ahead and read.
18. Surely thou didst set them in slippery places. Thou castedst them down into destruction.
Go ahead.
How are they brought into desolation? As in a moment, they are utterly consumed with terrors, as a dream when one awaketh. So, O Lord, when thou awakest, thou shalt despise their image. Thus my heart was grieved, and I was pricked in my reins. So foolish was I, and ignorant. I was as a beast before thee.
He said, you were foolishness and ignorant, and I was as a beast before thee. I was filthy before you. Go ahead.
23. Nevertheless, I am continually with thee. Thou hast holden me by my right hand.
Hallelujah. Now let's go into Jude and look at it some more. Let's go to Jude chapter, verses 1 through 10. We dealing with these all manners of beasts and creeping things and wild beasts on this sheet. We just try to get understanding what all these different beasts and creeping things represent. These represent people. These represent nations on that sheet, people. Because you got the four corners, north, south, east, and west, and this represent all these nations on this earth, where there's an island and everything all across on that sheet. And he's talking about the mindset of all these folks. That's what we're reading about right here. If you're filthy, you're filthy. Go ahead and read Jude 1 through 10. What did it say?
Okay, family, the book of Jude. Hold on, let me get that, family. Excuse me.
Yes, sir. There you go, my brother. Hallelujah.
Okay, family. The book of Jude, verse 1. Jude, the servant of Yahshua HaMashiach, a brother of James, to them that are sanctified by Elohim the Father, and preserved in Yahshua HaMashiach, and called.
Yes, sir.
Mercy unto you, and peace and love be multiplied. Beloved, when I gave all diligence to write unto you of the common salvation, it was needful for me to write unto you and exhort you that ye shall honestly contend for the faith which was once delivered unto the saints. For there are certain men crept in unawares, who were before of old ordained to his condemnation, ungodly men.
They're going back to the ungodly, unclean, ungodliness, filthiness. These are the people that he's going to remove from this earth in his appointed time. That's all we've been reading about. Ungodly men. Go ahead.
Turning the grace of our Elohim into lasciviousness, and denying the Lord, the only Lord God, and our Lord Yahshua HaMashiach. I would therefore put you in remembrance, though ye once knew this, how that the Lord, having saved the people out of the land of Egypt, afterward destroyed them, he that believed not.
He said not only that he delivered his people out of the land of Egypt, and after they got into the land, to the wilderness, the ones who didn't believe not, he got rid of them. And guess what? They was Israelites.
Yes, they were.
He ain't playing with nobody.
Nope.
He ain't playing with Israel, and he ain't playing with the heathen nations. He ain't playing with nobody. Go ahead and read. But to be fair, and you got to have the mindset of Hamashiach. We're going to read this. If you Israel and you return for your wickedness, you're going to be saved. If you from another nation and you return to join yourself to Israel and be converted, he going to take care of you too. We're going to read that. But if you remain wicked, whether you Israel or a heathen nation, you are out of here. He's letting them know right here. Go ahead.
6. And the angels which kept not their first estate, but left their own habitation, he hath reserved in everlasting chains under darkness unto the judgment of their great day. Even as Sodom and Gomorrah, and the cities about them in like manner, giving themselves over to fornication and going after strange flesh, are set forth for an example, suffering the vengeance of eternal fire. Likewise, also these filthy dreamers defile the flesh, despise dominion, and speak evil of dignity.
We read that over there in Peter, right? He said the same thing. You speaking evil, I set this thing up. You never heard Yeshua going around joning on the government. He might have to check for a hot second. He called, the fox? Hey, Rod, you tell that old fox that I said such and such. Messiah didn't come up here fighting the government. He came to be the propitiation for Israel to get the house back in order, and he was going against the wickedness of Israel and the Pharisees and all that church they had set up. He went back and forth with no heathens. I know where it came from. But at the end of the day, that wasn't in fight. That fight coming on down the road. That fight with the heathen nations on down the road. I got to get Israel back in order. But he also let Israel know, and told Paul and them after they set up, hey man, these, like we explained that some of the people, Gentiles come and ask questions, whatever. Y'all ain't been forgot, but you got to be converted. You can't bring no Christianity over here. Y'all keep that crap over there with the Roman Catholic Church. That's why, like I said earlier, that's why you got all these folks, especially young Gentile children, folks, they on there and they found out, man, why y'all hate the so-called Negroes so much? And they breaking it down. That's the reason why. They finding out these folks are the children of Israel. And I'm going to tell you a lot of things. This is going to be a lot of so-called Israelites, Hebrew Israelites, or black Hebrew Israelites going to like. There's a whole lot of them being converted. I know Gentile, so-called white-skinned gent walk around with fringes on. What you going to do? Make them take it? You the fringe police, what you going to do? Make them take them off? Israel's job from the beginning was to learn the ways of Yahweh and teach all nations. That was their job. They dropped the ball. And the ball still being dropped to a certain extent. But he getting the job done through certain people that he know will get it done. Just like a brother on that YouTube with the True Front Editor dude. There's a lot of Israelites hating on that brother. He does some good work. Some stuff, I got a big question mark about it. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. I'll keep it real. I don't know about that one. Just like you eat the meat and spit out the bone, you know, on certain things. But at the end of the day, a lot of them from other nations being converted through not only his channel, through some other Israelite brothers, according to the flesh, brown skin, are being converted. You can't stop the work of the Most High. You will never stop his work, people. Only person trying to stop his work is the devil. Because the devil don't want nobody saved. Israel or not even the other nation. He don't want nobody saved. What verse?
Read verse 9.
Go ahead.
Yet Michael, the archangel, when contending with the devil, he disputed about the body of Moses.
Yeah.
Durst not bring against him a railing accusation, but said, the Lord rebuked thee. But these speak evil of those things which they know not.
They do speak evil of things which they know not. That's just like this right here. So you don't know what we're talking about. Prove that Cornelius is a black Hebrew Israelite. I've been looking high and low. I can only go by what Peter and what he said in his epistle, or this right here, in this what Luke put down. Put it this way: what Luke put down in here, what Peter said out of his own mouth. Go ahead and read, brother.
But what they know now, I'm gonna just start off. 10.
Yes, sir.
Verse 10. But these speak evil of those things which they know not.
Yeah.
But what they know naturally, as brute beasts, and those things they corrupt themselves.
He said, they speak evil of things which they don't know what they're talking about. But what they know naturally, you know, according to the flesh, as brute beasts, you know, your flesh will get cut off. Mm-hmm. And those things, they corrupt themselves. That's what the sheep represent. Let's go back to Acts chapter 10 and look at it. This dealing with people. And you're going to get some joker talking about some dietary law. Had this conversation before I left the department with the city. They tried to use that same old stuff. And I had to read this whole Acts right here to let them know we weren't talking about chowing down on some hog maws. You see what I'm saying? Now, when you get it, brother, read that 12 and read 13 and 14. 12 through 14 of Acts. When you get it, go ahead.
Read it.
Yes,
okay, found it verse book of Acts 10, verse 12.
Yeah.
Wherein were all manner of four-footed beasts of the earth, and wild beasts and creeping things, and fowls of the air.
Yeah.
And there came a voice to him, Rise, Peter, kill and eat. But Peter said, Not so, Lord, for I have never eaten anything that is common or unclean.
He said, I have never eaten anything that is common and unclean. Let's go hold the spot. Let's go to Leviticus. Let's go look at the dietary law. We're not going to read it all, but we're going to touch on a few of them that raise your eyebrows and make you go, you know. There we go. Get it together, partner. Leviticus chapter 11. We're going to read a few in here because he's going to let you know, even in the dietary law, it's not going away.
Mm-mm.
We're going to read verses Leviticus chapter 11, 1 through 10. And we're going to drop down to 43 through 47. When you get an hour, go ahead.
Okay, family. The book of Leviticus chapter 11, verse 1.
Uh-huh.
And the Most High spake unto Moses and to Aaron, saying unto them, Speak unto the children of Israel, saying, These are the beasts which ye shall eat among all beasts that are on the earth.
Yeah.
Whatsoever part of the hoof and is cloven footed and cheweth the cud among the beasts that ye shall eat.
This is the instructions of what you shall eat according to the Most High. Go ahead and read.
4.
Yeah.
Nevertheless, these shall ye not eat of them that chew the cud, or of them that divide the hoof.
Yeah.
As the camel,
yeah,
because he cheweth the cud, but divideth not the hoof. He is unclean to you.
Go ahead.
And the coney,
yeah,
because he cheweth the cud, but divideth not the hoof, he is unclean to you.
Now you go look up these animals. This coney looks like a daggum kangaroo, a little small kangaroo. You go look this stuff up. Go ahead and read.
And the hare,
a rabbit,
because he cheweth the cud,
yeah,
but divideth not the hoof, he is unclean to you. Don't mean to think so.
Don't mean to think so.
5. I mean 6.
Yeah.
I'm 7.
Yes, sir. Please don't skip that
one. I got it. And the swine,
yeah,
though he divide the hoof and be cloven footed, yet he cheweth not the cud. He is unclean to you.
So you don't think that these jokers was on the sheep that was coming down? But go ahead and read. I'm talking about that's the vision he had. But we know when he's talking about uncleanliness, we talking about people too. Go ahead and read.
Verse 8.
Yeah.
Of their flesh shall ye not eat, and their carcass shall ye not touch. They are unclean to you. These shall ye eat of all that are in the waters. Whatsoever have fins and scales in the waters, in the seas, and in the rivers, them shall ye eat. 10. And all that have not fins and scales in the seas and in the rivers, of all that move in the waters, and of any living thing which is in the waters, they shall be an abomination unto you.
These are going to be an abomination unto you when you do those things.
What else out there in that water?
That's right. It's a whole lot of stuff out there in that water.
That make me think what else out there.
Right. So you can read the rest of it on your own, but I just want to hit these highlights right here. Skip down to verse 43, and we're going to read 43 through 47.
Okay, family, 43, verse 43. Ye shall not make yourselves abominable with any creeping things.
On the sheet. That's on the sheet, ain't it? Creeping things. Go ahead.
That creepeth. Neither shall ye make yourselves unclean with them, that ye should be defiled thereby.
Right.
For I am the Elohim, your master. Ye shall therefore sanctify yourselves, and ye shall be holy, for I am holy. Neither shall ye defile yourselves with any manner of creeping thing that creepeth upon the earth. For I am the Most High that bringeth you out of the land of Egypt, to be your Elohim. Ye shall therefore be holy, for I am holy.
Go ahead.
47. 46, family. This is the law of the beast and of the fowl, and of every living creature that moveth in the waters, and of every creature that creepeth upon the earth, to make a difference between the clean and the unclean, and between the beasts that may be eaten and the beasts that may be not eaten.
That's right. Now let's go back to let's go to Psalms 111. Let's go to Psalms 111. And this is what he commanded them to do, right? Let's go to Psalms 111 and see has he got rid of this right here. Psalms 111 verses 1 through 10. When you get it, go ahead and read. Remember, these are commandments, people.
Okay, family, the book of Psalms 111.
Yeah.
Verse 1.
Mm-hmm.
Praise ye the Lord. I will praise the Lord with my whole heart in the assembly of the upright and in the congregation. The works of the Most High are great, sought out of all them that have pleasure therein.
Now, he said his work, the work of the Most High are great, sought out of all them that have pleasure therein. There's a lot of people seeking this pleasure. A lot of people seeking his knowledge and understanding. Go ahead and read.
3.
Yeah.
His work is honorable and glorious, and his righteousness endureth forever. He hath made his wonderful works to be remembered. The Lord is gracious and full of compassion.
We know his works are remembered because it still exists. Look at man. Look around. Trees and all this other work that he did. Birds flying around. You know, wind blowing that you can't see. You're breathing in oxygen that you can't see. Go ahead, brother.
He hath given meat unto them that fear him.
Yeah.
He will never be mindful of his covenant. He will ever be mindful of his covenant.
He gave meat unto them that fear him. He gave them his word to eat on. And be ever mindful of his covenant. His covenant ain't going nowhere, people. Go ahead.
6. He has showed his people the power of his works.
Yeah.
That he may give them the heritage of the heathen.
Giving them the heritage of the what?
Of the heathen.
And it's coming. You know, all the ones that we read about, they boast themselves, they living deliciously and they talk about the poor and, you know, all the stuff we read. Those riches that all these folks got, these ones prospering and ain't nothing happening to them. Let them folks do the work. Just make it in the first resurrection so you can enjoy the fruits of their labor. Payback, baby. And then you can put their children to work. Go ahead.
7. The works of his hands are verity and judgment. All his commandments are sure.
Yeah.
They stand fast forever and ever.
Yeah.
And are done in truth and uprightness. He sent redemption unto his people. He hath commanded his covenant forever.
He said redemption unto his people. He has commanded his covenant forever. Go ahead.
Holy and reverend is his name.
And that is his name.
The fear of the Most High is the beginning of wisdom.
Yeah.
A good understanding have all they that do his commandments. His praise endureth forever.
He said, and they that do with his commandments, his praise endureth forever. This stuff ain't going nowhere. Dietary law, none of this stuff that's not going anywhere. Now, let's go into Deuteronomy chapter 18. We almost there, y'all. Y'all hang with us. Deuteronomy chapter 18. We still dealing with these beasts on this sheet. What these beasts and all this stuff represent people. When you get it, go ahead and read.
Okay, family, the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 18, verse 9.
Yeah.
When thou art come into the land which the Most High thy God giveth thee.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead and read.
Giveth thee, thou shalt not learn to do after the abominations of those nations.
Yes, sir.
There shall not be found among you anyone that maketh his son or his daughter to pass through the fire, or that useth divination, or an observer of times, or an enchanter, or a witch, or a charmer, or a consulter with familiar spirits, or a wizard, or a necromancer. For all that do these things are an abomination unto the Most High. And because of these abominations, the Lord thy God doth drive them out from before thee. Thou shalt be perfect with the Most High thy God. For these nations which thou shalt possess hearken unto observers of time and unto diviners. But as for thee, the Most High thy God hath not suffered thee so to do.
He's letting you know, don't you learn? And see, that's what happened to Israel. They didn't learn the ways of these nations. We didn't learn the way. We were born and raised to learn the ways of this nation. We became filthy, man. Who else learned the ways of the nation? These folks in their own nations. They learn the ways of their own God, and these gods are filthy. Let's go to Jeremiah 10. We almost there, y'all. Hold tight. Let's go to Jeremiah 10. Why you reading all that? Well, you'll see. Sometimes it takes a route to go. You know, it's just like he took the children, it took around, had them running around the wilderness for 40 years. He ain't ready yet. Because he had to keep showing them certain things and over and over. Sometimes it's good to take the long route to get to a point. You know what I'm saying? Because you might have heard it so many times this way. Let me go this direction. We're still going to end up at the same destination, but let me go this route. Just like you want to work. You don't take, most people don't take, well, most people do, but you try to switch up routes sometimes. I might be missing something if I go this way, you know. Anyway, Jeremiah 10, 1 through 3, what did it say?
All right, from the book of Jeremiah, chapter 10, verse 1.
Now, this is what happened to Israel because he was telling them not to go in these nations and get themselves filthy. But they went in these nations and got themselves filthy anyway. And that's why the nation, so-called Israel, that's why we had got kicked out of land, point blank, period. But go ahead and read, brother.
Verse 1.
Go ahead.
Hear ye the word which the Lord speaketh unto you, O house of Israel.
Yeah.
Thus saith the Most High, learn not the way of the heathen, and be not dismayed at the signs of heaven.
Yeah.
For the heathen are dismayed at them.
Yeah.
For the customs of the people are vain. For one cutteth a tree out of the forest, the work of the hands of the workman with the axe.
Now, let's go back to Acts chapter 10. Let's go back to this sheet. I read all that to say that on that sheet, you got all these creepy things on this sheet, right? And these represent all these nations with all this filthiness going on in these nations. We all been contaminated by the filthiness of these nations. Why? Because our forefathers gave it to us. Our parents gave it. It came all the way through our parents. We even gave some of this to our own children at one point. Until we had to be cleansed. You know what I'm saying? We were guilty. We were filthy on that sheet too. We scattered to the four corners of the earth. Right now, Israel is on that sheet right there too, man. We know the Gentile nations, all these different nations on that sheet, but Israel or the so-called Negro is on that sheet too. Think about it. If these wild beasts and creeping things and all this stuff represent people and nations at the four corners of the earth, and we scatter to the four corners of the earth, we know and we see it every day. Deal with people every day. Verse 15, Acts 10, 15 through 28. What did it say?
Okay, family, verse 15.
Yeah.
And the voice spake unto him again the second time, what God hath cleansed, that call not thou common. This was done thrice, and the vessel was received up again into heaven. Now while Peter doubted in himself what this vision which he had seen should mean, behold, the men which were sent from Cornelius had made inquiry for Simon's house, and stood before the gate, and called and asked whether Simon, which was surnamed Peter, were lodged there. While Peter thought on the vision, the Spirit said unto him, behold, 3 men seek thee. Arise therefore, and get thee down, and go with them, doubting nothing, for I have sent them.
Now let me stop right there. Cornelius had this vision. And the angel told him to send the guys down to Joppa to ask for Peter. He lodged with this guy named Simon. And he gonna tell you what you need to do. Peter, on the other end, receiving a vision. With this sheep coming down with all these different creepy things and all these abominable things, he said, "No, so Lord, I never eaten anything common and unclean." And the angel told him, or the Messiah, Elohim told him, "What I cleanse call nothing common." Right? Did I say that right? What he cleans up out of all these creepy things on the four corners of the earth, call it not common. That's me cleaning them up. So you got this vision on this end. Now you got the angel talking on this end. So when they come together, they can confirm what the Most High told you.
Mm-hmm.
But I got the same vision. So I understand what the vision means. If a joker come to tell you what God said something to you and then you ain't got no vision on it, you walked it away from it. Huh?
Yes, sir.
God told me to tell you to give me $10,000. You know good and damn well you ain't got no $10,000 in bank. Man, walk away from them fools. If it's some old heathen with some red lipstick on her lip, twisting her lips, talking crazy, and talking about what God told me to tell you, man, you better run from that witch. hey, man, at the end of the day, if you ain't got the same vision, you might have had a vision on your side, something popped up, and then somebody else come, and it's confirmation, man.
Mm-hmm.
But if you ain't got the vision, somebody come up there try to throw a vision, what they seen or whatever, man, you better get on down. This proof right here, both of them got the same information. You know it's from the Most High. Because the vision I have, the vision Peter has, and what Cornelius came down and boom, now I understand. Go ahead and read. What verse?
21.
What did it say?
Then Peter went down to the men which were sent unto him from Cornelius, and said, Behold, I am he whom ye seek. What is the cause wherefore ye come? Ye are come.
Now, you see how the Most High hooked this thing up? Peter prayed, and his arms was a memorial for the Most High. Now, I'm going to do something for you. You prove that you love my people. I'm going to send down there, I'm going to send you to somebody. They're going to tell you what you need to do. But go ahead and read.
Verse 22. And they said, Cornelius, the centurion, a just man, and one that feareth God, and of good report among all the nation of the Jews.
He got a good report of all the nation of the Jews with an S on all. He took care of all of them. He gave alms to these people. Why are they saying that he got a good report among all the nation of the Jews? If he was a brother, they would say, hey man, don't you know them your brother? According to the flesh, our forefathers, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, like he greet them brothers, like Paul greeting the church and all these other nations that y'all think are heathens. This is a joker from another nation right here, people. Whether y'all want to believe it or not. He said this man got a good report among all the nation of the Yahudim. Ain't no different than you had. We go back in history and look at John Brown. He acknowledged that, hey, man, he was going around killing slave mouth. Y'all killing the people of Yah. And all the other undocumented history that folks from other nations were taking care of. They know. Not only just here in America, all over to the four corners of the earth. You even had documented history. We're going to read something over in the Apocrypha. That's how powerful this thing is. When you got somebody from another nation take care of his people, it's a blessing on their end too. Go ahead and read, brother.
Was warned from Elohim by a holy angel to send for thee into his house and to hear words of thee.
He said he sent it to the house. And then check this out. And then what?
Then called he them in and lodged them. And on the morrow, Peter went away with them, and certain brethren from Joppa accompanied him.
So not only Peter, he set the devout man and his servants down there. Peter took some brothers back with him. You got to have witnesses, don't you?
Yep.
But go ahead and read.
And on the morrow, after they entered into Caesarea, and Cornelius waited for them and had called together his kinsmen and near friends.
Now, hold on for a minute. He done called all his kinfolks and all their friends, everybody he's associated with. Hey, have we not done the same thing when we got converted? When we came into the knowledge of the truth and heard this good word, did we not take this thing to our kinfolks and our so-called friends? Everybody that you dealt with or dealing with, you done took this word to them. I hope you did. He's doing the same thing here. People, go ahead and read.
And as Peter was coming in, Cornelius met him and fell down at his feet and worshipped him.
Boy, it's a lot of Negro wish some heathen would come and bow before them. Will you go down there and you kiss my boots? What Peter do?
But Peter took him up, saying, stand up. I myself also am a man.
Now, why would your own brother come and fall down at your feet and start worshiping you? That makes sense, people. And what?
And as he talked with him, he went in and found many that were come together. And he said unto them, ye know how that it is an unlawful thing for a man that is a Jew to keep company or come to one of another nation. But the Most High have showed me that I should not call any man common or unclean.
He said, man, look, because you know Israel was on that thing. You were the circumcised and you was uncircumcised. You know they was on all that stuff. They were back and forth with all that stuff. He said, man, don't you know that me being a Jew to keep company and come into another nation? But he showed me that I should not call any man common or unclean. That right there, debunk the dietary, circumvent the dietary law. But go ahead and read.
That was it.
Hold your spot right here. Hold your spot right here, y'all. Let's go to 1 Samuel. Let's look at something. Let's go to 1 Samuel. We read it time after time after time, but this is how the Most High thinks. We got to open our mind up just like the Most High. We can't sit up there, because we look on the outer couple things. We always, the first thing we go in, let's say you go and get sent to some Hispanics. Yeah, you know, Hispanics range in different shades, because I come in there, you see them just dark as us, you know, out on lawn, you know, doing lawn care and all. I don't get into all that. You got to get away from this people. It's the spirit behind all of that. We really do. Because a lot of folks with this right here are some damn devils. In Israel, in the knowledge of the truth, and everywhere else. But you know those who have the spirit of Yah on you because they are the people of peace. You know them when you see them, okay? Now, let's go and look at how, with the Most High, how he look at man. And we're going to make it plain. One verse. Y'all know the story dealing with, he defied Saul. Samuel agreed before him. He told Samuel, go and go down there to Bethlehem, you know. Go to Jesse. You're going to do a sacrifice because I already picked his son. He already told him who he are. He already picked his son. He already know who he wants. We're going to get straight to the point. Read verse 7. 1 Samuel 16 and 7. This is the mindset of the Most High, not man. Go ahead and read.
Okay, family. 1 Samuel chapter 16, verse 7.
Yeah.
But the Lord said unto Samuel, look not on his countenance or on the height of his stature, because I have refused him. For the Lord seeth not as man seeth.
For what?
For man looketh on the outward appearance, but the Lord looketh on the heart.
He looked right here. Y'all, we so busy looking at all of this counting, all this height and how tall somebody is and all that other stuff. Just like I said before, I should be able to go, if you got a Israelite class and you read in the book of Yah, the book of Yah and Yeshua, right? I should go in the Israelite class on Shabbat and fellowship. Don't look at me if I got on the ark or clothes, whatever. You should check out what spirit I'm coming in. I come in there with friends and all this stuff and looking at whatever you want me to look like and be the damn devil.
Mm-hmm.
See what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
He said, man, he look on this right here, man. Everybody else looking what skin tone you are, what you black, nappy hair. You know, you always try to go in and read what Israel look like, and if you ain't got a curly hair, you know, all that old foolishness.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Sometimes jokers just make you tired of just listening to them and they foolishness. You know what I'm saying? In Israel. Let's go to Psalms 37, one verse. See, your skin tone. See, you may be Esau. You got to go through this with Israelite Negroes. See, you're not dark enough. You know. Well, I'm quite sure them Negroes, Nathan Cornelius, were dark enough, and they got thrown, and a whole lot of jokers following them. They got thrown head first in the hole. How about that? Psalm 37 and 4. What did it say?
Delight thyself also in the Lord, and he shall give thee desires of thine heart.
He said, if you delight yourself in the Most High, he going to give thee desire of thine heart. We're talking about in righteousness now. Cornelius prayed to the Most High. He gave honor to the people. Apparently, his prayer was to either join himself into the people or be accepted or something. But more than likely, I'm going to say being accepted into his people and getting the knowledge so he could be in the household of faith, and this happening. Because Peter wouldn't have been there if that wasn't the case. Now let's go back to Acts 10, and we'll read 29 through 36. We got 3 more after this, y'all. Acts chapter 10, we're going to pick it up at 29. We're still walking this thing down. Now, Peter is at Caesarea. He up there with Cornelius. And he's in the presence of all his kinsmen and his near friends. And when he got there, he found some other folks was there. But go ahead and read verse 28. What did it say?
Therefore came I unto you without gainsaying. As soon as I was sent for, I asked, therefore, for what intent ye have sent for me.
Hold on, man. What verse you on?
I started at 29.
I'm
going to jump back to 28, then go on to 29. So remember, we just
Yeah, started 20. I'm sorry.
Okay, fam. I'm gonna jump back into 28 and follow into 29.
Yes, sir. Appreciate that, man.
Yes, sir. 28. And he said unto them, ye know how that it is unlawful thing for a man that is a Jew to keep company or come unto one of another nation. But God hath showed me that I should not call any man common or unclean.
Yeah.
Therefore came I unto you without gainsaying, as soon as I was sent for. I asked therefore what intent ye have sent for me. And Cornelius said, 4 days ago I was fasting until this hour, and at the 9th hour I prayed in my house, and behold, a man stood before me in bright clothing, and said, Cornelius, thy prayer is heard, and thine alms are had in remembrance of the sight of the Most High. Send therefore to Joppa and call here the Simon, whose surname is Peter. He is lodged in the house of one Simon, a tanner by the seaside, who when he cometh shall speak unto thee. Immediately therefore I sent to thee, and thou hast well done thou art come. Now therefore we are all here present before the Most High.
Before who?
The Most High. To hear all things that are commanded thee of the Most High.
Yes, sir, because he sent Peter. And you know the vision and everything was lining up. Now in the present for the Most High, and whatever the Most High want Cornelius to know, he gonna speak through Peter. Go ahead and read.
34.
Yeah.
Then Peter opened his mouth and said, of a truth I perceive that the Most High is no respecter of persons.
Why?
But in every nation he that feareth him and worketh righteousness is accepted with him.
He said, but in every nation that he that feareth him, we read that, and worketh righteousness is accepted with him. There's a lot of people working righteousness this night who's at the outside or the so-called house of Israel. Even Israel himself got to work righteousness. Is accepted. Because if you're not working righteousness, you're not going to be accepted either. Oh, dark-skinned brothers and sisters. He said, but in every nation, read that again and go ahead and read 36.
35. But in every nation he that feareth him and worketh righteousness is accepted with him. The word which the Most High sent unto the children of Israel, preaching peace by Yeshua HaMashiach. He is Lord of all.
He said, man, listen, when you everybody in these nations feared him and working righteous and accepted with him, the word which God sent unto the children of Israel, preached in peace by Yeshua HaMashiach. He is Elohim of all. So we can't sit up here and say, hey man, can't no heathens or nobody from no other nation get this. I beg to differ. But 38, we read that. Now hold the spot. Let's go to Romans chapter 10. Let's go to Romans 10. Two more after this. A lot of jokers ain't gonna like it. I don't care. But you got to put something on the table, brothers and sisters.
It's in the book.
It's in the book. He waking these folks up for some reason. They so acknowledging and hey, like I said, I seen Joker with some fringes on. I wasn't shocked. They called on the name of Yah. They love his people. They love being around his people. What you gonna do about it? You gonna be wicked like the devil and try to kick him out? That's the work. You already said this word is wicked. Well, if we were doing our job, if we was on the job, the whole thing is to cleanse this earth. Those who belong to Yeshua, even the Father, they gonna come. That's why we say Abba's prayer. Thy will be done in earth as it is in heaven. All the wickedness, Satan and his minion, all the ones who left their first estate, it is peaceful in up there in Shemaim. But the work got to be done right here on the earth. He is bringing people from all over because at the end of the day, when this time must return, these people, even though they're from other nations, they got to learn, they got to know how to walk. They can't go into the land filthy either. We can't go back filthy. They can't go back filthy. They got to have a whole different mindset. When Shua set up his kingdom, when he set up his kingdom, he set up a whole new government. And in Yeshua's government, there's going to be holy feast days. There's not going to be holidays. So you got to cleanse your mind to get these, whatever this filthiness that we gain from these nations, even the so-called heathens from their nation, got to be cleansed for their stuff. Everybody going back got to have a clean mind, down, so to speak. But everybody gonna go back with a clean mind because we had read, you know, the ones who gonna be kicking. These are the ones who live deliciously. They going into some serious servitude, man, and they gonna go to work. Because if not, them Sabians gonna handle that business, right? Now, whoever these jokers are, you know, we gonna hook up with them. Heathen over there talking all slick and all this stuff. Man, come and get this joker. And at the end of the day, we don't cut no slack on how these nations treating us in this land. We gonna do it in righteousness, but we gonna have a rod of iron doing it too. If I got a speed limit set at 70, you going 71 heathen, I'm gonna get you. Israel, you can do 80. Israel have two different speed signs. Heathens 70, Israel 80. That's that fair. You do 71, I'm getting you. Because that's how y'all do us. Romans 10, 11 through 15. What does it say, y'all?
Romans 10, family, verse 11.
Yeah.
For the scripture says, whosoever believeth on him shall not be ashamed.
That's right.
For there is no difference between Jew and the Greek.
Mm-hmm.
For the same Lord over all is rich unto all that call upon him.
It don't matter because we had to come in repentance to be accepted to the Most High. They don't. Somebody from another nation can't just slide up in here like they own it. You know what I'm saying? If we had to go through everything to get back to the Father, if you gonna join yourself to Israel, Mr. Person from another nation, you got to go through the cleansing process. And you got to come and see the Yahudims because salvation is of the Yahudim.
Mm-hmm.
You can't go no other way. You try to go other side of the way, you ain't gonna, it ain't gonna work for you. Go ahead.
13.
Yeah.
For whosoever shall call upon the name of the Most High shall be saved.
And it's more than just saying his name, people. We go ahead, because brother did an outstanding lesson on that. Go back in archives and the lessons and scroll through there, and you'll see it. You put the name of the lesson in there. Breaks that thing down thoroughly. Go ahead and read.
Verse 14.
Uh-huh.
How then shall they call on him in whom they have not believed? And how shall they believe in him of whom they have not heard?
Mm-hmm.
And how shall they hear without a preacher?
He said, man, how you gonna believe on something that you never heard? How you gonna believe on the Elohim of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, and you never heard of him? And how you gonna believe? How you gonna hear without the one who sent to teach you? Now, you know when he not told Cornelius to go down there and send for one Peter, Simon, who's surnamed Peter, and he gonna tell you what you ought us to do. You got to be taught by the priest. Go ahead and read, brother.
15.
Because all of that, I just believe on the Lord and I'm going to be saved. No, it's more than that. But go ahead, brother.
15.
Yeah.
And how shall they preach except they be sent?
Yeah.
As it is written, how beautiful are the feet of them that preach the gospel of peace and bring glad tidings of good things.
He said, and look, how beautiful are them, the feet of them that preach the gospel of peace and bring glad tidings of good things. What is good things? We talking about future. We talking about getting in that kingdom. Next to the last place. Let's go to Baal and the dragon. I want to share this with y'all. This is how powerful we supposed to be, y'all. This is how our light's supposed to shine for the other nations to see. Other nations see us. They see the Israelites out there, but they see two sides on it. You got the radical ones out there, they're like the zealots, and then you got the other ones out there trying to do this thing the right way. Then you got the other group want to kill everybody except you're black. You know what I'm saying? So the Most High moving the ones that he's going to say, just like Peter right here. You don't think all this stuff was going on back then? Go back during that time. You don't think the zealots was running around there hollering the same thing like these jokers up in New York and in Chicago, even here in Memphis or any other city that you in? Yeah, this country did our forefathers wrong, did us wrong. He gonna punish the ones who did our forefathers wrong. Everybody gonna get punished, even our forefathers for disobeying. But this country did us wrong. We travel a lot. We go to different places. We see our people in hell holes and stuff all over these little islands and all this kind of stuff, man. Mm-hmm. They got their problems down in the islands too, because they still oppressed by the devil, just like we are up here in America. But at least we get a chance to make a little dollar and live a little better than our brothers and sisters down in them islands. See, we won't appreciate certain things until we go see a worse condition, even in government, than we have it here. But at the end of the day, I'm looking for the day that Yeshua come and set up and pray that I make the first resurrection or make it to his kingdom, which is the first resurrection that I'm going for. And I know I got a whole lot of work to do. And Yeshua HaMashiach. You understand what I'm saying? Now let's look at this next to the last place. Let's look at somebody. Daniel is Daniel, he went through Babylon and the Medo-Persian Empire. He went through all these empires and everything, right? So check this out. I'm going to go back a little bit. This Daniel. We're in the pocket for y'all. We're dealing with Baal and the dragon. And we're dealing with Cyrus of Persia. You know, the Medes and the Persians took over, right? We read, you can go and read, even in Isaiah, I think that's in the 45th chapter, whatever, where Babylon had this idol called Baal. It wasn't nobody but a statue of Baal Shazar. That's all it was. Nebuchadnezzar. And Baal Shazar, they had those idols set up. You ain't no different than you go to these countries, they got the prime men or whoever they call themselves, set up an idol set up, and they wanted them to worship. Now they got this little thing called the dragon. We call Baal and the dragon. And they got this little thing set up. They already knocked off this statue of Baal. Now he's dealing with the dragon. Now, what verse we going to pick up?
23.
Let's pick up at 23. We're going to read verses 23 through 29. When you get it, go ahead and read, brother.
All right, family, the history of Baal and the dragon.
Yes, sir.
And in that same place was a great dragon, which they of Babylon worship.
Yeah.
And the king said unto Daniel, wilt thou also say this is of brass?
Now he already checked about the Baal dragon, statue. He said, you want to say this is brass too? Go ahead.
Lo, he liveth, he eateth and drinketh. Thou canst not say that he is no living God. Therefore worship him.
See, but then you got to tell the king, hey man, you know this thing here. We go ahead and read. We'll let this.
25. Then Daniel said unto the king, I will worship the Lord my God, for he is the living God.
Yes, sir.
But give me leave, O king, and I shall slay this dragon without sword or staff. The king said, I give thee leave. Then Daniel took pitch and fat and hair, and did sieve them together, and made lumps thereof. This he put in the dragon's mouth, and so the dragon burst in sunder. And Daniel said, Lo, these are the gods ye worship.
Now, Daniel, keep in mind, Daniel understood science, right? If you go back and read in Daniel chapter 1, he had knowledge of science, so he knew how to put together certain elements to make this little bomb. You know, you could mix certain things, just like in our chemistry has material. We got a book, man. We can mix certain things together and make a little bomb out of them. Pop bottle bombs, all kind of little bombs. Mm-hmm. You know, I could take some Drano and mix it, and then just stop. But anyway, you can mix up this concoction. That's basically what Daniel did, and he stuck it in his mouth. You know, just have a little fun like little children on the 4th of July, right? Mm-hmm. You can get your little firecracker or whatever, stick it in something and watch it blow up. That's basically what Daniel had done. But what verse 28 say?
When they of Babylon heard that, they took great indignation and conspired against the king, saying, the king is become a Jew, and he hath destroyed Baal. He hath slain the dragon and put the priest to death.
Man, you hear that? He said, when they of Babylon heard it, that they took great indignation. They said, this king is become a Jew. He become just like Daniel. That's how much influence we're supposed to have on other nations. This Cyrus now, from another nation. This is not the only one Daniel had a big influence on. Nebuchadnezzar was one of them. And finish that out.
So 29. So they came to the king and said, deliver us, Daniel, or else we will destroy thee and thine house.
Hey, man, that's how serious this thing is. He said, even the king has become a Jew. He's thinking just like this joker thing. Y'all can read the rest of it on your own, but it ain't turned out too good for those folk. Because at the end of the day, there was another King Cyrus is the one that told them, yeah, they put him in the lion's den and they did all this other stuff, tried to do the other stuff to him. But at the end of the day, he said, hey, anybody touch Daniel? Y'all read the rest of the story, I won't mess it up. But in other words, you better not touch Daniel because I'm going to take care of him. Because he knew that Daniel served the true and living Elohim, right? Last place. Let's go back to Acts, and we're going to finish this out. I can't exclude nobody else, especially if the Most High clean them up. What you going to do? Especially if he sent it to you. You know in your spirit you're supposed to be talking to this person, but you know what? You don't want the black, you don't want the circumcision. Oh, you don't want them because you know they're gonna get on there and make a video on you and talk bad about you. And you know you don't want to be talked bad about. I don't want nobody seeing me talking to somebody from another nation. They ask you a question, you need to answer their question. Acts 10, 37 through 48. What did it say?
Verse 37. That word I say ye know, which was published throughout all Judea, and began from Galilee after the baptism which John preached. How God anointed Yeshua of Nazareth with the Holy Ghost and with power, who went about doing good and healing all that were oppressed of the devil. For Elohim was with him.
He said, man, he was just breaking down the works of Yeshua. He said, he went about doing good, and healing all that were oppressed of the devil. That's the word. Who would want to be healed and that was oppressed of the devil? A lot of folks on this earth is oppressed with the devil. That's what the priest is supposed to do. Go heal them. But go ahead.
39. And we are witnesses of all things which he did both in the land of the Jews and in Jerusalem.
Go ahead.
Who they slew and hanged on a tree.
He said, man, we have witness of that. Go ahead.
Him God raised up the third day and showed him openly, not to all the people, but unto witnesses chosen before of God, even to us, who did eat and drink with him after he rose from the dead.
Oh, so he rose from the dead. When he was in the spirit, he did sit down and eat and drink with him, huh? So it means the spirit man can eat and drink too? Food for thought, y'all. Go ahead.
And he commanded us to preach unto the people and to testify that it is he which was ordained of the Most High to be the judge of the quick and dead.
That's the living and the dead.
I got you. To him give all the prophets witness that through his name whosoever believeth in him shall receive remission of sins. While Peter yet spake these words, the Holy Ghost fell on all them which heard the word.
Oh, you mean the spirit fell on them heathens too? Yeah. How else you think they're going to act right, folks? How else you think they're going to be obedient to the word of Yah? Spirit got to be on them. Y'all know some of the heathens that say some of y'all know some of these jobs. Yeah, you know, you got some other heathens, you know, you be wanting, you know. I be, man, look, I'm going to keep it real. I be wanting to see the Most High crack this joker here right off the bat. I'm just keeping it real, man. Ain't just heathens, some of you hard-headed Negroes too. Go ahead, brother. I mean, you know.
45.
Go ahead.
And they of the circumcision which believed were astonished, as many as came with Peter, because that on the Gentiles also was poured out the gift of the Ruach HaKodesh. For they heard them speak with tongues and magnify the Most High. Then answered Peter, can any man forbid water that these should not be baptized, which have received the Ruach HaKodesh as well as we? And he commanded them to be baptized in the name of the Lord. Then prayed they him to tarry certain days.
And he told them that y'all had to go through the baptism ceremony as we did. And that's part of the conversion or being converted and being taught by the Yahudim. So is it Cornelius? If I read through here, Cornelius is somebody from another nation who being converted. No different than the Heronians back in the day. Herod, them, there was some converts. You got a whole lot of folks back in the day through the history of the Bible that's been converted. The only way they can receive salvation is through the Yahudim, the house of Israel, and no other place. If they're going to join themselves to Israel, being cleansed by the word of Yah, he going to accept them just like he accepted us. Because there's no difference between us, but we are the children of Israel that the land and the heritage was promised to. And that's the only difference between that right there. Y'all joining onto us, but the heritage belong to his people, point blank, period. I've never seen where someone from another nation was converted and they was going to get the heritage too. Ever read it? If it is in there, put it in the subscription or the comments, and we can go from there. That's the message for the day, Acts chapter 10, Cornelius' vision. Peter went to Caesarea, and the Gentile heard the word of Yah. Hope somebody got some understanding in Yeshua HaMashiach. What's going on, family? Peace and blessing to you all. We will be in class. Let me check it. We will be in class next Shabbat. We got brothers and sisters out on the street ministry doing some good in the hood and some street teaching today. Next Shabbat, we will be at the Olive Branch Library on the 13th, next Shabbat. So we will be in class, family. Next Shabbat, on the 13th, Olive Library. Brother Charles Yah and Brother Yacob be delivering the message. Okay, family? Once again, thank you all for coming on and fellowshipping with us today on this beautiful Shabbat. Thank those who donated to the ministry. May the Most High bless your hand. Continue to bless your health. Have travel mercy upon you. Pray that He increase you in knowledge and understanding in Yeshua HaMashiach and give you the spirit of obedience, and that we may grow together and make this kingdom. Okay? So with that being said, you got anything, Brother Aaron?
No, sir. Just all praise to the Most High, family. Enjoy the rest of your Shabbat day.
All right. With that being said, family, enjoy the rest of y'all Shabbat.
Pray out.
We're going to pray out. Let's go ahead and stand and pray out, family.
Okay, family, we're going to pray out. Our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come. Thy will be done. In earth, as it is in heaven. Give us this day. Our daily bread. And forgive us our debts. As we forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation. But deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom. And the power. And the glory. Forever. Amen. Hallelujah. Praise the Almighty Yah.
Yes, sir. All right, family. Enjoy the rest of y'all Shabbat.
If my people, which are called by my name, shall humble themselves and pray and seek my face and turn from their wicked ways, then I will hear from heaven and will forgive their sins and will heal their land. Where all this pride coming from, huh? We denied the Son from the jump. Number one. Number two, we worship all these falsified deities, sending vain praises up, worshiping our enemies. Three, we glorify, put our trust in man, idolizing doctrines that's abominable to man, and we puffed up like we done something, even though the prophets told us that the Lord would turn from us, utterly destroy us, homeland desolate, told us He would scatter us. Tell me what you thought that meant. Most these pastors teaching nonsense in the pulpits, ministers of Satan, that's who they be fooling with. Doctrines of devils, demons in your reign, sin and iniquity, never-ending pain. Pray the Lord forgive me, I blaspheme His name. In my holy ignorance, have mercy on me, man. Have mercy on me, man. Humble yourselves, therefore, under the mighty hand of God, that He may exalt you in due time, casting all your care upon Him, for He cares for you. I was a sinner and I know it, trying to change though. Reading scripts, trying to apply them to my life, so I had to make some changes, call it audible. Cause some things I was doing was abominable. Had a slice of humble pie, you should try it, B. It's that inner self that you should be trying to reach. It's that daily bread that we should be trying to eat. The spiritual mindset we should be trying to keep. All this hatred is of Satan, he deceived us all. But if we believe on the Son, He gon' redeem us all. Glorified bodies, but are you teachable? Or do you just want to do what you want to do? That's a question we gotta ask ourselves, cause that sound like self-worship and that's a path to hell. Well, as for me, I'm a humble on down, and with a trembling heart pray for my crown. Now, wherefore, my beloved, as ye have always obeyed, not as in my presence only, but now much more in my absence, work out your own salvation with fear and trembling. For it is God which worketh in you, both to will and to do of His good pleasure. Do all things without murmurings and disputings, that ye may be blameless and harmless, the sons of God, without rebuke, in the midst of a crooked and perverse nation, among whom ye shine as lights in the world, holding forth the word of life, that I may rejoice in the day of Christ, that I have not run in vain, neither labored in vain. Yea, and if I be offered upon the sacrifice and service of your faith, I joy and rejoice with all of you. For the same cause also do ye joy and rejoice with me.